Welcome to part 2 of Salvation Army vs. Savers, where we compare two of Hawaii's top thrift stores during their best sale of the season. Yesterday's Savers was slightly better, I would say, so let's see if today's any different. So first we start off with the Lululemon. There was a stain, so we had to put that back. A lot of this stuff is great, but it's overpriced, and so we can't go ahead and get this one, that Polo Ralph Lauren. See what else we got. This is an Ivy Cool that was a really good price, so we ended up trying that out. This is a Cricket Polo. Cricket does pretty good for me. And so down the line here, I liked the trim on this, the gold trim on this polo, but it ended up being too expensive. I'm looking up this center swoosh right here. I also have that Shoe Palace collab with Star Wars there in the cart, and those are ended up both being worth picking up, so that goes in. Let's see, this is Tim Burton's Corpse Bride, which is a pretty good franchise. The shirt is not necessarily a great shirt, but the franchise is good, so we're gonna try that out. That was cheap. This is one of those employee shirts. It's like a poor quality. It does have the Coach branding on it, but they were asking $39.99, so 40% off of that is still too much to pay, so that went back. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this is a Scotty Vest. Scotty Vest is a great brand. Every time I find them though, they have these issues with the pockets, where the plastic in the pockets have deteriorated. So this is a Fiore. So that one in the cart. Right next to that is a Lululemon. Okay, so this was $29.99, 40% off, brand new with tags, like a men's Henley. Let me know if you would have picked that up. Now we're in the hard goods, in the toys, just checking these out. I don't think I grabbed anything here, but just taking a peek to see what they've got. Nothing catching my eye. Also, if anyone has any suggestions on how to make this camera setting look better, I'm using a Instago 360 3S, and I feel like this is giving me a bubble or a fisheye kind of a look, and I'm trying to get a little bit more of a realistic view. So if anyone has any suggestions on settings, I would highly appreciate it. Checking out the media. We always look, we don't always find, but it's always worth a check. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I'm tempted to cancel Salvation Army, but for the sake of the video, we'll continue on. Whew. There was so much good stuff there. I had to control myself. So the good thing about this is there's no music in here, and so I can just speak freely. Oh, this is a Velvet, Puma, and Ferrari collab. The tag is ripped out, so that's kind of cool. And there's no price tag. It's a lot of problems. At this point in the trip, they started playing some music in the store, but as you can see, it's kind of picked over. It's the third day of the sale, so there's been quite a few people that have been through here, picked out their stuff for 50% off, and got what they needed. And so I'm just kind of picking up the scraps here, which is not a problem. I've done really well over the weekend, and so I'm happy with that. Now we're going to check out some hard goods. This is something I've been trying to implement into the store a little bit more, is to have some things that are not necessarily so subjective and based on style, but more necessity, and they kind of have clear-cut demand and clear-cut value so I don't have to guess what they're worth. I can just put them up and the people that want them will buy them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. As expected, we did not spend nearly as much in Salvation Army, and definitely the store has been picked over already, so there wasn't too much to find, but I was able to pull some stuff out of there. Spent about $27, and I'd say probably got about 5 or 6 shirts. From there, we will go over all the details when we get home. And so overall, it's been a fruitful weekend. Super grateful and thankful for these specials that only come about now and again. Now I've created quite a bit of work for myself, but that's kind of the ebb and flow of the business and how things go. You buy, get as much inventory as you can at the best price possible, and then you try and be efficient with it and use your time wisely so that you can make as much money before the next sale comes. It's just going to be a massive double haul. First up is from Savers. Let's start with shoes or footwear. I got these Polo Ralph Lauren slides. They were 20% off of $14.99, so probably about $11. Really clean on the bottoms. Looks like they only touched maybe like inside floors and stuff like that. Pretty clean. If these fit me, I might wear these. Not sure. Next, I got this because of the player. It's number 52 for the 49ers. Do you know who that is? This thing is a 3XL Nike. It says on field, but obviously, I mean, it's a football jersey, but they're not going to be wearing a football jersey that has that logo on it and no number in the middle. But Patrick Willis. The reason I decided to pop on this one is because of the player, Patrick Willis. He's played his whole career for the 49ers, and he retired a few years ago, but he was a real good linebacker for them, and so diehard fans will respect the fact that it's him and that he never was traded, never left the city, and retired a legend basically. And so versus any other player who maybe came to the city or anything else like that, he is a true 49er for sure. This is a Boca Junior. It has this Aero Ready kind of look, Aero React, whatever they call this design to it, but it's just a soccer jacket with that logo on it. These are all 40% off, so I don't know if you can see the prices clearly or not. This is 40% off of $14.49. Going back to this one was 40% off of $13.49. And that jacket's just like a cool soccer jacket. There's another one in here somewhere, but I don't see it right there. This is a Nike tee that just says 0 across. It took me so long to figure out what it was saying. It just says 0. And I think this has something to do with their move to 0. And so it's kind of expensive, 40% off of $12.99. But it was new with tags, so that helped. MSRP was $35, so I can probably get about $23. This was cool. Big Lacoste Croc shirt. It's got both the chest Croc and the giant all over Croc, so that's kind of nice. 2XLB is the size. Let's look inside. It looks good to me. Yeah, they got Lacoste operations. It looks good. This was a John Elliott. Let's see the size. It's 40% off of $13.99. That's the prices we deal with at Savers, so definitely the time to go there is when it's 40% off. So it's made in the USA, size 4. It's just a cotton, I don't know why it's split in half like that. I don't know what they call that, but it's a cotton t-shirt. This is a link sole. I thought this was really cool. I think this is Duka Hanamoku playing golf. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like to me on a link sole. This was 40% off of $5.99, so this is the first semi-affordable item at regular price. But $6 for a t-shirt is still crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out who the collab is with. Whoever this is, that's their signature. You can see that well. This is 40% off of $9.99, and this is Ren Spooner. So I gotta figure out what this is. Looks like Buffett. The first name might be Sam Buffett. That's what I'll Google and see if something pops up. But somebody did something with Ren Spooner that has something to do with Italian cooking. Oh, that was, look, I caught them slipping. That was 40% off of $9.99. This is a Marmot. I didn't really think it was going to be worth very much, but it's actually worth about $25. This was 40% off of $6.99. But on eBay, yeah, they go for about $20, $25. Oh, I'm going to save that one. Hold on. Tiger Woods. It's a very cool blade collar with snap buttons. Tiger Woods is in the news right now, once again, for not really good things. I'm sure his shirts will still hold value. This is a South Pole, what would I say? This is a denim vest, detachable hoodie. Look at that, it's button on. And so It's not the jeans, but it is denim. And I just thought that detachable hoodie was kind of cool. Never see that. I thought the detachable hoodie was very unique. This is Epitome. EPTM, period. I say epitome, I don't know if that's the word they're trying to spell. This is Nuitags. Surprisingly, probably about a $25 to $30 shirt, Nuitag, maybe more. The sleeves say perfect, have a little logo hit. Both sleeves say the perfect, kind of interesting. Next, just a Nike Brazil soccer shirt, 40% off of $12.49, kind of expensive. But in June, I believe, the FIFA soccer tournament will be going on, and Brazil always sells well. It's such a cool, bright colored shirt. They got a great logo, and I find Brazil, Argentina, there was a Mexico shirt there, but it was twice as much, so I didn't want to necessarily spring on that. I have this same shirt in used condition. This is a brand new one. I would not have paid this much for it if it was used. This was 40% off of $12.49, but because it's new with tags, that gives it more value. I believe new, they're probably about $35. Pretty good there. This is a giant waffle knit thermal shirt. I just noticed a little bit of a discoloration there, but hopefully I can get that out without even washing it, but probably I might have to wash it. $7.99 for 40% off of that. Here's your tag, it's size large. It's that Carolina blue color, so that's always helpful for Jordan stuff. Oh, and it has a little back hit there, so that's always helpful as well. And it's huge, that's nice. My favorite brand, Uniqlo. But the thing about Uniqlo is that it has to be special Uniqlo. And so this is Uniqlo Roger Federer by J.W. Anderson. So it's like a triple collab there. Roger Federer, the tennis player, J.W. Anderson, and Uniqlo. So Uniqlo J.W. Anderson does pretty well by itself, but I suppose this was made for a tennis match or tournament, and that Roger wore this at some point, and so that'll bring extra value to it. Tennis names do wonders for Nike tops, and so I assume that they'll help a little bit with that one. This is Alabama, just a dry fit athletic shirt. This is 40% off of $5.49, so an almost affordable item, but at 40% off, it's great. This is Lululemon. This one slipped through their cracks. It's 40% off of $7.99, but any Lululemon I find in Savers is at least $19.95, and they know a lot of Lululemon in there. Like none of the collar shirts slip through, polos, none of those. They catch them all. So I passed on a lot of that stuff in the store. This is a Cactus Jack and Travis Scott, I guess. Cactus Jack t-shirt. It's got brown logo there, which I thought was cool because their color is brown. They love brown. This had a lot of value I didn't realize. It's a Jordan. If you see that embroidered flight logo, here's the tag. This was 40% off of $11.99. Snap buttons, as you can see. This thing is actually old and it has some value. It's about $25 to $28 on eBay. Those numbers that I'm giving you is what I saw as far as sold comps. They might not be perfect and I might be a little up or down on the numbers, but for the most part, that's what I remember as I went through them. This is cool. Born in the Mountains. There's your logo. Again, very basic shirt, but I did look up the style code. The style code number is 7259. And when I looked it up, it's between $20 and $25. I got it for 40% off of $9.99, so about $6. This is Public Supply. I don't find a ton of this. And the funny thing about Public Supply is there are two other brands that I confuse this with all the time. There's Public Opinion and then there's Public Rec. And they try to look the same. They kind of have the same vibe, but Public Supply is the only one that has eBay traction. The other two are, I guess, imposters. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it kind of reminds me of US Polo Association, where I think they make a bulk of their money on being confused with the other brand. This was 40% off of $11.49, so kind of expensive, but it's a Nike Essentials Center Swoosh t-shirt. That one I saw for, I want to say 20, let's say 23, 25, maybe more. This was Hook Fishing, and it's a vented fishing shirt, straight up fishing shirt. I paid 40% off of $7.49. 2XL is the size, and you got to get this for the right price because I would say it is descending in value on eBay. It's right now anyway. This is Star Wars by Shoe Palace. Shoe Palace is not a crazy brand, but the collabs have on differing values, and so Star Wars looked pretty good actually. This is C-3PO and R2. There were some other ones that had more value, like the Jedi and stuff like that, but I kind of like this shirt. I might try this on. This was cool too. This surprised me in terms of value. At first I thought, oh, it's just like a Target thing or something like that. It's got the hit on the collar. If you know what this is, write it in the comments, or write another brand that you see that kind of fakes you out. I'll start. Roosevelt's is one that I always look at it and I'm like, what is this generic shirt? And then you look closer and it's a Roosevelt's. This is Cakeworthy. I've never heard of it. This is a first for me. But this, if you believe it or not, is about a $35 shirt. Maybe 30, let's say 30. But how can you miss it? How can you not look that up, right, when you see that? And the fact that I saw a new word that I didn't know. So if you just see Marvel, I probably would have just thought of this as like, oh, that's cool, but not valuable. If it said Vans or something else like that, I kind of would have been like, oh, okay, that's cool, but not super special. But I looked it up with Cakeworthy in it. Surprising. This is new to me as well. Breakfast Balls. Interesting name. There's the logo on the sleeve. I paid 40% off of $9.49 for that one. And this is just a new golf brand I'm gonna try out. Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, we saw this one, yeah, $14.99. This I overpaid for, but I couldn't leave it. It's a long sleeve. I think this is a commission shirt. If you see that long tag sticking out, you probably can guess what this is. Lululemon. Like I said, commission shirt. I may be wrong, I'll look it up based on the style tag down there, or the style number down there, but that style number starts with LM. That LM is Lululemon Men, and then you get your number. And so if you find a women's piece with the tag, which is rare, it'll say Lululemon LW. This, I kind of did a little smell test too. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's a little lightening there. That happens a lot with these thrift stores and stuff like that. It's just detergent, and so that'll come right off. Polo Jeans Co. Polo Jeans Co. is kind of a I wouldn't say the strongest of the Ralph Lauren lines. Came out in the 90s. They did a lot of jeans, and they were kind of like an affordable line. But this one had a nice crest on it, and so that increases the value and the demand on it. Some people like crests, some people like ponies, some people like certain numbers. I think the crest will pull that one through. I paid 40% off of $8.49 for that, so not too bad. This I found by feel. It has a very distinct texture to it, and then you have no label. Those two would prompt me to look further, and when I did, I found Viore. This one also has a name. Let's see if we can find the tag in here. So this one will look up V126. This is a size large, and that V126 will give us the style of this. I forget what they're called at the moment. Maybe Strato? No, it's not a Strato, something else. Let's do this now since I keep grabbing it and putting it back. You can see it right there, Buc-ee's. One of the resellers that I watch mentioned that Buc-ee's stuff actually sells. And so I figured, why not try it on something that's wild like this? Because you see a lot of Buc-ee's t-shirts, they're basically everywhere. And I guess the stores are basically everywhere too in the mainland. I don't know anything about them. 40% for $10.79. But this one's new with tags, so I figured, hey, I'm gonna try on this one. Oh, there we got a name, Buck Tiki Camper. List that up and see what happens. But yeah, there was a lot listed and a lot sold. So I said, hey, let's give it a shot. This I bought totally on look and style base. Guess that movie. It is Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. This is on Nothing Special. These shirts are like really cheap shirts, Romree. You see them all the time. I think they must kind of be like Shane. I don't know how you say that, Shane. But because of the Corpse Bride affiliation, there's a giant following for Tim Burton movies, and especially what is it called, Nightmare Before Christmas. Polo Ralph Lauren. Great logo on this, and this shirt is basically brand new. Polo Sport. Technically made in the US because it's made in the Mariana Islands. I don't necessarily brag about made in the USA if it's Mariana Islands, but that does help to kind of date it as vintage. My first ever, you know the logo, Cricket. Never found one before, but I believe they get almost $30. This is a new brand that I'm trying out. The name is IB Cool. For my first introduction to this brand is I found a shirt and I put it on and it was amazing. And so I kept it, and then this is many months later, the brand is becoming popular. This is vintage Tory Richard. This was 60% off of $8.99. I don't know why they priced this one so low, because most of their Tory Richards shirts are $24.99, and there's a ton of the modern ones in there. Maybe they priced this one down because it's vintage. And the funny thing about that is, in my experience, the vintage ones are the best. So I appreciate their judgment on that one. This is good old William Murray. I almost passed on this shirt, but I'll show you why I bought it. But this is 60% off of the $11.99, so about $7. They are dropping in value swiftly, but the reason I bought this one is because this one also says Tito's homemade vodka on the side. So this has that going for it. Tito's, William Murray, golf. The time of year is good for it, so I eventually made the decision to grab it. This I looked up and it does pretty well. This is a Jordan Artist Edition. Let me see, wait. Jordan Artist Series. Got a lot going on there, and so I decided to Google Lens it, and there are some others in different colors that get about 25, maybe a little bit more. I paid 60% of $12.99 for that, and that's a 3XL, so that helped. And here's the other jacket. It is, I think that's Barcelona, FCB. I think that's Barcelona with the cool alternate colors, which I liked. I like the hyper, that kind of aero ready, hyper warm kind of design on the sleeves. They were both size small, these two jackets. This one is super clean. The other one was a little bit dirty. I'm gonna have to wash it. But that was Savers. Next we'll do Salvation Army, and you'll notice the stark difference in the amount of clothing that I got. But here's a Cuts Curve 10. Cuts used to be a good athletic line. It is not so much anymore, but they still sell once in a while. And I got this for half off of $2.99, so that's the reason I bought it. It's really cheap and it's in great condition. There are still people out there who wear it, and so I figured, why not let it roll. This was cool. This is a kids overall set, and it's long overalls. XL size 12. I mean XL 12 is the size, so it's meant for a preteen. I think that'll do fine. Maybe 20 bucks. This is an Apple employee hoodie. So the thought process is basically that the Apple stores are pretty cold, and some female Apple employee will enjoy having a nice warm long sleeve hooded uniform top to wear. Probably put a jacket over it and she can be extra warm. I'd say 15-20 bucks for that. I paid half off of $6.99. This is FSU. That's just an athletic top. Very ventilated in the back and sides, which is nice. Some student will like that. I paid about $1.50, half off of $2.99. This I've never found before. Jumanji film crew shirt. So these are made specifically for the film crew of that movie. And this is a larger one. This is a 3XL, kind of an athletic top. Usually I'll find the cotton ones, but not Jumanji. Never found Jumanji before. But I find a lot of the cotton Hawaii 5-0 shirt, film crew shirts. This is Kariloha once again. Kariloha is kind of a sleeper brand, I think. And the reason I like this one is that it says Oahu. They sell for a lot of money retail out of the stores. This one's got the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a on the back.
What the what?
That's our state fish. This is Marine Layer. The sizing for Marine Layer, they do it in multiple sizes. They'll go small, medium, large, large XL. It's always two sizes like that. So this is just a basic cotton t-shirt. You can see a little bit of discoloration right there. So you may or may not know what that means. That means that this is going in my project pile and that we're gonna bleach dye it. So once I have enough bleach dye, shirts to bleach dye, probably about 10, I'll go ahead and bleach dye the shirts and make a video about it. This is a new brand to me. Oh, that was also half off of $2.99, this Marine Layer. This is Son of a Tailor, brand new brand. I never heard of it, but when I looked them up, they went for maybe $20-25, just the t-shirts. This one's a little bit unique because it's very long. I gotta see if all of them are long, if it's like a brand for tall people, or if it's, this is, specifically designed to be long. That's the last one. Oh no, one more for that. Hang on. This is the first thing I found when I went to the store. And the reason this is on a hanger is because I was trying to let gravity smooth it out a little bit. Having it folded in the car was not good for it. Looks much better now. But this is a Fourth and Reckless pleather, faux leather jacket. As far as I can tell, it's faux leather, and it looks very faux leather. But it's kind of cool, two-toned. Same on the back, two-tone, brown and black. And at first I was hesitant on the value, on spending on this, but looking at comps, it looked pretty good. This was half off of $14.99. Tell me if I overspent on this. I think it's going to be somewhere in between 40 and maybe higher, 40 and $70. Looks like it needs a little bit of treatment to it, but yeah, probably about 40 to 70. I know that's a wide gap. I'm gonna post that up and see what happens. I didn't see what an exact one, like a two-tone one like this, but I did see a lot of other jackets. And then I went to the main website and looked at their what they were, and they're part of the ASOS, universe. And so I went ahead and gave it a try. No money in the pockets, just a napkin. Oh, and it's zipper based, which is kind of cool. So that was everything from Salvation Army and for the weekend. And so now I've got a lot of work ahead of myself, got some listings to do, got everything to put up. But overall, very happy with the weekend and glad that you could join me. Have a great one.